Oh my God. I don't know if I'm more excited that Melanie is here or to talk about Coolie. Oh my
Rajinikanth brought me back,
God.
baby.
You could not. I knew there had to be someone that would bring you back. It's going to be him.
For those who are subscribed to my channel, you probably saw that after many months away, I had been taking a long break, and I was wondering if I was ready to completely retire from my channel. And then there was two big movies that came out the same weekend, Coolie and War 2, and I had things to say about both of them. So I'm keeping the door open, but I do miss our regular reviews that we used to do together and our trailer reactions and everything with Kathy. That was one thing that was hard to give up. And so I was really glad to, I mean, we've already been talking and texting about Coolie, but we're like, we should record this because
I know. I'm like, you got to do this one. Just take another. I'm going to try and bring her in as often as I can, but I'm going to let her have her time.
I had told Kathy, Coolie, I mean, she saw my review. I mean, I'm like, it's worth going to the theater to see.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. In the States, some of these South Indian movies can be quite expensive to go see.
And hard to find.
Yeah. And not sometimes, but the War 2 and Coolie were big enough. I'm in Colorado right now, and sometimes I would have to drive an hour on the highway to get to a theater that would play some of these South Indian films. And frankly, that's kind of a lot. Unless it's Rajinikanth. But fortunately, I did not have to drive an hour to see Rajinikanth. But I did miss my Illinois crowd because I didn't have the whistles and I mean, I felt like I was the one going, woo!
Oh, I know. It's like sometimes people are too polite here.
Oh my God, this director, Lokesh Kanagaraj, it was a dream from every industry. You had either a cameo or an important supporting actor, character or whatever from every quadrant. You had Hindi, had Kannada cinema with Upendra, you had Malayalam cinema with Soubin, and then you had Pooja Hegde doing a little, item number, which I was trying to explain to
good.
And I'm showing my husband that, I mean, I'm like, you have to see how Soubin is going crazy in this Monica song. And I'm like, the actress, she has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. He's like, she's just doing, I'm like, oh.
It was very odd. I was like, I kept expecting her to show up again. I'm like, oh, I guess that was it.
No, it's just an item number. I'm like, she's just there to be sexy. She's just there for Soubin to react to. That's it.
Exactly. It's so true. I mean, I feel like, everyone's talking about War 2 versus Coolie. Came out at the same time, which was interesting scheduling. They just wanted to battle it out. People talk about it.
And I saw War 2, like Memorial Day weekend or July 4th weekend in the States where you might have battling big movies. Yeah,
that's right. And I couldn't see in the same weekend. I'm sorry. I had to do podcasts and I had to do the review of War 2. So I wasn't one of those do them all on the same day people. I saw Coolie. Now I'm here and I brought in Melanie. I brought in the big guns to talk about Coolie. But the main thing I thought was interesting between the two movies, and I will just say here, I did prefer Coolie over War 2, is that Coolie understood the assignment. They brought in entertainment, humor, twisted storylines, lots of twisty turnies, amazing cameos. Like they brought it, where I feel like War 2 was overly serious, overly choreographed, a little bit phony, not a ton of emotion. It was beautiful.
I still enjoyed it, but I have to.
No, it was beautiful. But
which one did I choose to see first? Because I knew I probably was going to like it better. Was Coolie.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So it's like, War 2 was okay, but I feel like it fell a little flat to me. But when it came to this, I was kind of like, oh, here's another. And I know they were kind of battling it out. And some people didn't like it either. And I know that some people walked out, which I think is ridiculous. But I thought it was really fun. I loved Rajinikanth in it.
It's such a good time.
I thought he was great.
It's such a good time. And part of it is both Kathy and I have seen movies from different industries, right?
Yes.
So for us, if you were someone that mainly watches Tamil cinema, maybe you did know who Soubin Shahir was, because I think they had a Tamil dub of that Monumental Boys or whatever, the one where they fall down the cave.
Yeah.
Okay, which is a great movie for Soubin, but he has been comedic relief. He has been, I mean, he's also a director in Malayalam cinema. He's an excellent director. But okay, this is a guy that normally we're seeing in comedic kind of lighter roles. Although I did say to my husband, my identifier for him, I was like, you remember in Kumbulungi Nights, he was the brother that cried. Like,
and Ramesham, he was, that cool little indie little horror movie that exploded and took over the world. So, he's that guy. You're right. He's comic relief. Yes.
My delight in seeing him be evil and be a Rajinikanth villain. Are you freaking kidding me? I was over the moon. Just
so good.
Okay, that was enough. And then we had Upendra have this epic long cameo. I thought it was just going to be one scene, and it kept going. And I'm like,
I know. When I first saw him, I'm like, I knew him from the back. I was like, Upendra, because I was like, when is he going to come out? I was like, they're taking so long. And when they showed him, and he had the big opening scene, and then I'm like, well, I guess that was it. And when he comes back, I'm like, he's back. Oh my god. That was probably my biggest moment, besides the bizarreness of the Aamir Khan cameo, which was so good.
There was no reason for it. It was just amazing. I mean, there was a plot wise, whatever, like it had no meaning. It was just like,
it's just for fun.
Aamir Khan must have called Lokesh and said, I liked your previous movie. Can I be in it? And they just made up this end scene just to like,
they're like, hey, I got a day free. You want maybe I'll be in your movie? He goes, sure. I've got some. I'll bring my dogs with
weird
me.
mustache. Let me put my fake tattoos all over my legs and wear shorts and have these dogs. And okay.
I loved it. I had no idea what the hell he was there for, but having Upendra come in and be like kind of the good guy, I also love that, because you kind of expect him to be a bad guy. Yeah. So I was like really kind of cool. That was a nice treat to see that.
It was epic to see Upendra and Rajinikanth sharing the screen together, number one, and then to have them fighting together. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, it was just.
I think the lighting the cigarette, where they're all trying to light the cigarette together, was probably the best scene. It's the whole movie. Where they're all, you see them all in one scene and they're all together head to head, and you're like, oh, this is the best. Oh my god. But overall, I there's like the Coolie plot line. It felt kind of they had a super twisted, crazy plot line involved like an electric chair that can turn people into dust, which was really strange. And then they have the whole like revenge plot, and they had so much going on. Like, and I won't keep comparing to War II, but War II had a very thin storyline. I don't even remember what it was. So it was very flat. This had a lot going on. It had like the estranged, doesn't know who it is daughter. It has it had all kinds of cool relationshipy stuff. And like you're saying,
I mean, you have Sathyaraj, who probably your first time seeing him was in the Bahubali films. He's famously Katapa, like, why
that was cool. I like seeing him in that.
And to see, like, I don't know if they have a personal history of being in a lot of movies together, but I just love that whole buddy relationship. And they styled, they did the de-aging for both of them with special effects, and I felt like it was quite good. I mean, frankly, there's plenty of young Rajinikanth movies for them to use, and they were definitely I have not seen all of those early films, but of course I recognize that look that he used to have, from the 70s or whatever, right? So I really loved that whole them using special effects to create that. Because what if, again, it was fun, but also like for the fans, you were giving a gift to the fans, and obviously
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, Lokesh Kanagaraj, the director, I think he is a huge fan of Rajinikanth. And so this is probably one of his dream things to do a Rajinikanth movie, and he was probably paying homage to the films he grew up loving, right? And so there's probably so many more Easter eggs about past Rajinikanth films that I bet were in this film. I would love to hear about them in the comments. If anyone recognized some other things that they were, I think like his number, the Coolie number and all of that, I think echoed back to earlier films. I caught some of the things, but I would love to know more from true Rajinikanth fans. What were little moments that made you go, oh my God, he totally gets it, right?
So true.
And so also as a fan of Telugu cinema, Nagarjuna, most of the time, present day, plays such wholesome, lovable kind of characters. Maybe devoted dad, whatever. To see him in a mullet, full on evil, like
I was gonna say I have a note. Mullets are back,
right?
It's like, what the hell? He was amazing. I loved him. Oh
But
God,
I
he was
mean,
so funny.
I do think Nagarjuna has played some dark roles in the
Yeah.
past. Maybe I've seen one, from an earlier film, but I know more of him, I don't know, from the past 15 years or whatever. He looked like he was having the time of his life, being able to be a villain in a Rajinikanth film. Same as Salbut, right? Like, I mean,
Yep.
they just, I am imagining both of these men admire Rajinikanth as an
Yeah.
actor,
Mhm.
idolize him. And so
Mhm.
for them, it was just like the pinnacle to be able to not only be in a movie, but be a villain opposite Rajinikanth. Are you kidding me? So
Seriously.
yeah, I mean, so the director had a lot to juggle versus, as you say, War II in a contrast was more straightforward, just this conflict between these two people. I did enjoy their backstory.
It was pretty thin though. Like I'm like, is that what this is about?
NTR Jr., the 14-year-old, role, like
That was fun. That was fun.
I didn't recognize he was, I think, in Kalki, or he played like a young Prabhas in a recent film.
Okay.
And so it's not like this was his first thing, but I want to see everything else that this kid does
Very
because
cool.
he was amazing. But anyway, there were so many things. Like you said, there's so many elements to Coolie.
Yeah.
Giving it to the fans, giving them so much value for why you want to be in a theater and see this. Okay.
And stay past the interval because that's when a lot of the great cameos happen. And to me, I feel like it was kind of setting up. But that second half is where it really starts delivering.
And that's the way it is with so many Indian films, right?
Yes.
The first half is never. Yeah. I mean, you're going to get the great intro scenes, but the first half is all the setup so that the second half, the impact hits when certain secrets are revealed or relationships are discovered, whatever. Like that's when you really feel it.
Yeah, that's when you. And it's funny. Like I said, Lokesh brought in great cameos. He had a really twisty turny story. He also brought in some really nice cinematic flair. Like it wasn't just like he relied on the cast because he had that great scene. Remember the scene in the lab? I guess it's a lab where it starts spinning and the camera's kind of turning and you're seeing them all doing the electric chair and you see all the characters. And as it goes around, it's like another day and you see them doing something different.
Right.
And it's just
the way to do time lapse is so
beautiful.
How things happen, but yet
so well done
in a quick way. I really like that.
He didn't have to do that. That's super complicated. He did a great job with that. I was like watching it going, wait, what's happening? Oh, this is cool. Like I love that scene. It was so good. And then also I love, we're talking about Soubin. First of all, I thought he was just going to be there to be funny. And then when he ends up, like you said, being the bad guy, then I love this running joke that he's like a cockroach. They cannot kill him. No matter what you see,
it's like a horror
they're
film,
trying to kill him. He keeps getting Michael Myers. He keeps coming back. So I love
you
the
hit him with
idea.
the hammer more than one time and he comes back. Are you freaking kidding me?
I know. They hit him like 100 times. You see the guy killing him. And I thought, oh, this is really mean. And not only that, because I love the actor so much, there's a couple scenes where he's not crying, going, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh, poor guy, you guys. And they fell for it too. They're like, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't be so mean to this guy. He didn't mean it. And then he turns on him again, over and over again. You're like, he's evil. Kill this guy already. So good.
I know.
So I
he totally played those because he does those kind of crying scenes in his own. So I'm totally falling for it.
I was feeling for it.
Totally.
Being a sucker. I love it. But I love that running joke because he just couldn't be killed. And so the killing seems to get more and more elaborate because you just can't kill the guy. It was hilarious. And I love that. That was really fun. So other than that, and I also like the opening credits to the movie has a big tribute to Rajinikanth.
Yeah.
Big animated tribute with his own theme song. So every time he was doing something in a movie, they'd play this theme song every time. It was so funny. They'd be the Coolie song. So it was like the same song every time he was doing action, which I thought was adorable. So funny.
I would say the music was decent. I wasn't running to put anything on my
just that one song.
Yeah. But
and Monica
was decent. And I also think I have seen other films with Rajinikanth where he just takes over the whole film and it's all shtick. It's all him flipping the cigarette into his mouth. It's all those little shtick, but there's no meat to the film.
Yes. Yeah.
And I felt like this was a good balance. It gave us a little bit of it, but it didn't take over the film.
Right.
Lokesh kept it in control. Gave plenty of fan service for the fans.
Yes.
Plenty, right?
Yeah.
And something and since Rajinikanth crosses borders for all these different languages people enjoy watching them, gave a little bit of a treat of a key role or major cameo for pretty much every language film, so that was amazing too. I mean, really cool. Yes, we've had big, pan-Indian films, but I don't know, I haven't really seen it in exactly this as well done of balancing all of these cameos.
Right. Well, I like how you mentioned like he was in control. I felt like he was in control of the material in this movie. He knew exactly what he wanted to do and never felt gratuitous. It never felt stupid. Never felt like exceedingly like, oh, here's his cameo. They all seem to matter in their own way. Yeah. What I love too, like when Rajinikanth comes on the scene first time, the audience erupts, right? Right. And then there's some more cameos and there wasn't. And I was like, like I said, the audiences here are so polite. But when Upendra came in, cheers. Yeah. I was shocked. I'm like, oh, they know who he is. So cool. So I love that he got cheers too, because that was my most favorite scene. Just seeing him come in, he's loping in. I thought that was really funny. So that was pretty cool.
We're way into this film. When is he gonna come? Right?
I know. So there were some great like set pieces. Like I love the scene where he Rajinikanth's on the phone and he's just killing a bunch of people while he's on the phone. Like he's just killing people. He's trying to get. And what are you saying? Hold on. I thought that was really funny. There was looked like it was having fun. And so just by virtue, it looked like the actors were having fun. The director was having fun. They weren't trying to be overly serious. You had fun. So I didn't expect to like it because I thought I saw War 2 and I thought it was okay. It's fine. Big movie, whatever. And I'm like, okay, now I got to see Coolie. Now it's like going to be another one of those. And it wasn't. And so I think because the expectations had been lowered so much because of War 2 that I really enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. So that.
It was worth coming back for. I mean, it was worth going to the theater for. And I just be honest with you, like watching the trailers that I saw at the theater, really probably the only film that really stood out to me that I'm looking forward to is the Ranveer Singh movie that's coming in December, because that's an amazing freaking trip. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I saw it twice I saw it before each of the films, before War 2 and before Coolie.
Can't wait.
And that one is one that I'm excited for. I mean, talk about another star-studded movie with a lot of people in it, right?
And he looks so cool in it because he's kind of more ragged. You're used to him being all slick. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you came back to talk about Coolie with me. You talk about it again. That's how much we liked it. And so say hello to Melanie in the credits. Let us know what you think down in the comments. And let us know what you thought of Coolie. Yeah. What was your favorite cameo? Anything we missed, like Easter eggs, I'm sure we didn't get them all. I'm sure we missed some of them. I didn't want to do a total spoiler review. So there's lots of surprises.
It's been out for a while. Come on. What are you doing if you haven't gotten to see it?
Yeah, if you haven't seen Coolie yet, then too bad. We won't tell you who lives or dies, but you can go see and find out. So, all right, you guys. Catch you later. Bye.